live. So welcome, welcome, welcome. Come in, come in. I love seeing your faces come through the door. And those of you who have been here for a while, you know to leave your shoes and all your negative thoughts at the door. And Mr. Elmo will sweep them up and burn them in the burn pile. Because negative thoughts don't belong here. This place is full of love, and it's a safe place that you can come in, put your project bag down on a chair to claim for the day, and put your feet up and soak up the love. If you're hungry or thirsty, there is water in the refrigerator, and there's always a snack up on the counter along with hot coffee, or my hot pot's in here if you want a cup of tea. And I said earlier before I went live, but I was still I always like to try new teas at someone else's house. If I go out to lunch at someone's place, or a lot of times someone will send you Happy Mail and throw in a couple tea bags, different types of teas. And I really appreciate that, because it gives me an opportunity to try different types of tea and decide whether I like them or I don't. Whereas if I would go to the store and say, oh, this looks interesting, and pick up a box of it, I'm stuck with 24 tea bags that I found out on the first tea bag that I don't like. So it's always nice to come in, and we just went up to Jacksonville on Friday to the base because, Mr. Elmo is a retired Navy lieutenant commander in the Navy, and so he has base access. So we went up there and we bought a bunch of different teas that I have tried and I do like. They're nothing extravagant, but you might find one up here, and if you don't, throw it out and start over. You won't offend me. And I find that's better than winding up with a whole box of tea that you don't really like, because what do you do with a box of tea that you don't drink? Pawn it off on your friends. Stick it in a to-go box for the neighborhood charity shop. I don't know what to do with them. And I hate to throw things away. I'm so Scottish. Okay, let's see. I think that covered everything that I already said before I came in to the show. My face was here, but my words were not. All right, so let's see who is here today. Let me go back up. Linda's design. Rita. Watching the replay since I will be busy getting mom ready for the evening. Well, you know what? Leave us on, Rita, and you can hear us and on and off, and we will still love you through the whole thing. Barbara Andrews is here. Hello, hello, hello. And Mimi. And Jacqueline Marley is here today. I've missed you a couple times, sweetheart. I know it's different time zones over there, but just to let you know, I have missed you. Leanie. And I see Jennifer. Hello, hello. Jennifer, I promise I'm going to get your stuff out this week. I am, as if you don't know, I am a giant perfectionist procrastinator. I could let it go for another 6 months and it probably would bother me a little, but Samantha Stewart is here again this morning. Good morning, good morning. And Kimmer, one of my loves. And Marsha Lee. And let's see who else is here. Susan Burke. I am having a very good day today. I have had a very last 2 days. I think I may have told you Thursday I went to the dermatologist and she removed a couple spots and she said, "You're looking good. Just taking one spot today." She froze a couple and took one. So that's an improvement. And so I'm feeling good about that. Ellen, I love you. Ellen is the kind of person, I think, from where I'm sitting here in Florida, Ellen is the kind of person that is short and steady. But if you needed anything, you could call her and she would be there. That's my interpretation, okay? And I love her for that. I love her for knowing that she has a good heart. All right. I see lots of people saying hello to lots of people. Kim and Susan Burke, Mimi and Kim and my cousin Dee. Hello, hello. How are you doing today, Dee? I know you got some up and down days. I hope this is one of your up days. And Vicki Harrell, hello, hello. Welcome into the cottage. And there's my Bonnie girl. You do that, Ellen, and we'll all be here waiting for you when you come back. She says she has to drive her sister somewhere, so she's going to catch the replay. I love you too. Jacqueline Marley from over the pond. All here. Sally Stevens is here. Woohoo! And Suzanne is here. Look at everybody's coming in. I'm the one that was late today. Thank you, Ellen. Good. I'm glad of that. I'm glad you're doing well today, because this is just a good day. It thundered and lightninged, probably about maybe 10 minutes ago, 15 maybe, right around in there. And I wondered whether I'd have the Wi-Fi to do this, because my computer sometimes gets really funky. Rita. I'm so glad you all came today. When I see your faces come through the door on a Sunday, I see you on Friday night and I see you on Wednesdays, but when you come on Sunday morning and I see those faces peek around the corner to see if it's okay to come in, or I don't know, some of you hesitate and I have to say, come on in. And I just love seeing your faces peek around the doorway. And hold on a second. You looking for black? I'm okay. Do what you're doing. Okay. I know where the black one is if you need it. Just go. Okay. I'll just go. Today we're going to work on a mystery crochet along. And I did tell you that it's not some kind of frippery or some kind of Jan the Italian crocheters made these little yups, and they look like some of the Muppets, the big mouth Muppets. I love those things. I tried to get her to make me one, and I guess I learned my lesson. You shouldn't ask people, oh, would you make me one, just because you think they're cute. So I don't do that anymore. So I made my own, and it came out really small. So I hung it on the lamp next to it. He has a floor lamp, Mr. Elmo, next to his chair, and I hung it on off of that. And he keeps what's the one in the jar that you put on your lips? Come on, you guys can tell me. You know. Angela, Abram, hello, hello, hello. Somebody will tell me what it is, and that's okay. He keeps one of those in there, and he keeps a no, good guesses. Carmex. That's what it is. Carmex. Yeah. Thank you, Bonnie. Whoa, these are all good answers. You know what? You guys are awesome. Yep, it's Carmex. Carmex is the one I prefer. I use them all, but Carmex is the one I prefer. Anyway, I keep it in. He keeps it in that little yup. And that was fun to make. And that was a really fast, quick, useful item to have. But this is not going to be a fast, quick item to have, but it is going to be very useful. So it may take us 2 Sundays to do this, even though it's a 2-hour Sunday. So we'll do the first half, and then we'll finish off the other half next Sunday. But I think we can do it in 2 weeks, and I'm really excited about it because I need another one. I need another one like I need a hole in the head. But I love them, and I need one. That means I can throw away a junk thing that I have. Okay, now I asked you last week to that. That's awesome. That's awesome. I use Cheerios. Sink the Cheerios. That worked too. But anyway, the thing I asked you to get was a 6mm hook, I think, and 2 colors of yarn. It could be a solid and a variegated. It could be 2 solids. You can use more than 2 if you want to, but I'm going to do mine out of 2. And the problem comes with the color choice, because you have to have quite a bit to finish this project. It's not a blanket. It's not a blanket. It's not a shawl. It's not a cape. So what color did I decide to use? Boy, oh boy. All right. Let's see what I'm going to use. Do I have 2 of these? I guess I could use this. Oh, look at here. You'll never guess what I found. The beginning of a giraffe leg. Now, who'd have thunk it? Just stuck right up in there. Boy, oh boy, Miss C. I'm telling you. Do I want those darker ones or do I want this one? Well, this is almost like going on a yarn hunt. No, I don't want to use that color. I really want a turquoise in here. I think. And I think that might be the one I want. Yeah, this one will work really well, I think. I don't know. You tell me. Because I'm at a loss here as to which colors, and I'm usually really good at picking out colors. Whew, I don't know what's happened. Maybe I've been looking up too much. Okay, I really don't want to go with a dark brown. Well, I got to turn around. What is this? Honestly, if my head wasn't screwed on, I probably would have lost it by now. Let's see what this is. I finished the pink, the parts for the pink lemonade bunny. I've got all the parts done. So I put it in a bag. All right, that has to go there. That has to go there. All right, I'm going to do this. I think brown. My main color will be brown. And my secondary color will be a variegated. So I'm not sure whether to use Premier Basic in the colorway Mahogany, or Skin Tones from Lion Brand in the colorway Walnut. Can't really tell. I don't want to open it. And what do you think, guys? Oh, no, Leanie. Leanie. No way. You are not getting any hints. Ivy B. You like the walnut? Ivy, we're making a mystery crochet along, and it will be a useful item that you probably will use every day. So I've made them mostly out of black and different colors, but I don't want to make another black one. I want to make one for different. I want to make a different one. So you can use scrap yarn. Make sure you have enough. Either this one is called Mahogany, and this one is Walnut. What do you think, Ivy? your professional opinion. Could be, but it's not. Harvey, are you still with us? The walnut. The walnut. Okay, yeah, it is kind of a softer color, isn't it? Okay, we'll go with that. And now, with that, I have two secondary colors that I'm going to use. One is Premier Basic Mosaic in the colorway C. And it has turquoise and blues and purples and greens and all the colors that you would find in the C. Or the second one is also Mosaic, and it is the colorway Cuddle. And it is open also, so I'll take it out. Now, I'm not sure which of these two are going to go with. Well, I'll open this now because we're going to use this one. So you tell me, which is the better color combination? The walnut and C, or walnut and Cuddle? Won't you love to know, Sally? We're going to find out in a minute. Walnut and Cuddle. There's one for that one. There's one for C. Let's see, I'm going to keep track of this. Walnut and C, and I've got one for each one. And Bonnie says the C. And Sally says the Cuddle. There's another one for C. Two for Cuddles. One if by land, two if by sea. You guys just cheer me up to the heart, I'll tell you. Okay, looks like it's slowing down a bit, and at this point, I've got 4 Cuddles and 3 C's. Oh, there's another C, and there's another C. Okay. We got 4 and 4. We'll have to wait for Ivy to be the tiebreaker. And Bonnie, the impatient one, says, just pick one. Hey, not so naughty. Angela says Cuddle. Sujan says C. We're neck and neck here. Ivy, are you still with us? Sanita says Cuddle. We got another C. Cuddle. Gloria, hello, welcome to the cottage. All right, I'm going with Cuddle. We'll put the C away. And I'm going with cuddle. Oh, there's another cuddle. Okay, we're going with the cuddle. All right, so have you got your number 6 hook? And we're going to find the beginning of our someone told me that it is easier for the inside to come out. Ah, my favorite pea in the whole world. Key Rort. Hello, hello. Welcome in. Just can't decide. I can't either. As you go in the end that's clockwise. So I'm going in the clockwise one, and I'm going to put my fingers in and then do this. Okay. Center pull, yes. And we're going to see what we get. Oh, we're still going to get a yarn barf. Okay, that's okay. Yarn barfs do not bother me. Do you know why? Because Dawn P said yarn barfs are relaxing. And I said to myself, she's nuts. And then I decided to try a yarn barf without pulling, just lifting. Guess what? If you don't jerk on a knot, it doesn't get so tight you can't undo it. And most of the time, it's just twisted. It's not knotted. It's just twisted around. And if you just play with it, it just comes right off. And here's the end. I can see it right there. But I'm going to keep continuing to take it off. Because see how it got twisted there? Mm-hmm. And here's another one. Now it's behind. And now it's in front of. And if you do it just right, it comes apart. So there we are. Now I need a second skein of that. We're going to go through the whole thing all over again. Find the center. Uh-oh, what did Tammy say? Christy yarn barf. That's it. Yep. Jen! Ivy's here too, Jen. She helped me decide what color. All right, we have a bigger yarn barf with this one. I don't know why, but we do. It's going to take a little while. So I will tell you again, get your 2 strands of your base color. You're going to need 2 colors, 2 skeins of each, or maybe just 1 skein of your variegated or your accent color. But you will definitely need 2 skeins of your base color and a 6mm hook to accommodate the 6 skeins. Ta-da! Oh, no, I gotta find it. There we go. I was gonna say, oh no, under that pile of yarn, I have to find the beginning of the first skein. All right, are we ready? Oh, Sally, I love you. You are truly multicultural. With royalty? My memory picture popped up last year. I met up with you on this day. Wow. Awesome. All right, I've got my size 6 hook. Are you guys ready? I hope this works. You know what? I probably should have done one this week so that I would know what I was doing. But you know me, I fly by the seat of my pants. Who else does that? Fly by the seat of their pants. Is it Kim in New York? Kim Fortune? She flies by the seat of her pants. Who else does? Somebody else. Jen? It's a secret. It is a mystery crochet along. You need a 6mm hook. You need 2 skeins of your base color, worsted weight. And we're going to go with the Cuddle color that has all of these colors in it. I think that's going to be very nice. Yeah, I do. Oh, it is June 14th. It is Flag Day. Well, happy Flag Day. And how appropriate, just 2 weeks or so from the birthday of the United States of America. Okay, I am going to do the American flag by Bonnie. I never can remember her last name, starts with a B, but she's also got Bonnie Bay Crochets. And she's doing a tutorial, and she is making a queen size American flag blanket for a bed. I don't have that much yarn in those colors, so I'm going to make a throw to put over the back of my couch, or couch in the common room. My couch. It's my couch now. Because I have to tell you something. While we were coming back from the base, Mr. Elmo rolled down his window and he yelled, "I love you!" And he rolled his window back up and he never said another word. It blew me away, because I don't know whether he's talking to the Lord or he was saying it to the Lord about me. I never asked. He's never said. But I do know that our relationship has changed tremendously between the time that Margaret left. She was the last one who left. There was a gentleman who came to see if he might want to live here, but he decided to go somewhere else. And so Mr. Elmo and I are the only 2 living here at the home right now. And it blew me away. Hello, Lydia. Bonnie? Yes, you need 2 strands of your base color and a 6 hook. You may be right. You may be right. But you have to remember, this is also the same man who rolls my window down when there is a sprinkler going in the field and the main sprinkler is coming out towards the road. He rolls down my window so I'll get wet. So it's an enigma. I'll just leave it at that. He may be, Marshall. I don't know. I was crocheting. I was finishing up a blanket. This blanket that I'm going to give to my great niece. And I was finishing it up. And down comes the window and out yells the words. And I just sat there because I didn't know what to say. There wasn't anything to say. Okay, meanwhile, back at the start, I'm going to switch cameras and we're going to start on this. Lydia, I'm glad you stopped in today. Yeah, I was stunned. Stunned. Stunned is a good word. All right, switching over to the other camera so we can get this project started because we're already a half an hour into the program. And I'm yammering away just like I have all day. And I don't. All right. Okay. Let me see there's that. I need to have that. All right. We are going to start with a chain. And we are going to chain 24. Now you need to make these nice and loose. Otherwise you can't get your hook back into them because remember we're working with 2 strains. We're going to chain, I think 24. I'll go 24 and then see what we've got. So if you're ready, let's begin. Make a slip stitch and chain 24. Looks like my hair used to in school. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24. I don't think that's long enough, so let's try 30. And there is 30. That might just do it. Yeah, I think that'll do it. All right, now we're going to put on let's put on 2 more. But keep your thumb on this one because we're going in this one. Flip it over. I like to work in the back bumps. So we're going to go in the back bump. And we're going to do a half double. No, I'm going to do a single crochet. Now, this is kind of weird because you've got 2 strands and you got to get them both, which is why I told you to get your hook through. You got to do them loose. 1. And it's hard to see the 2 strands. A 2-strand bump. So you're going to have to count back and make sure that you've got 28. Regina Provenzano. Hello, hello, hello. Welcome to the cottage, my love. We are starting a mystery crochet along. You will need, if you're going to follow us, a 6mm hook and 2 skeins of your base color, worsted weight, number 4 worsted weight yarn. And I am using Skein Tones in the color Walnut. We have put both skeins together, made a slip knot, and chained 30 5 sets of 6, and then added 2 more. In the second chain back from the hook, we started with our single crochet. Now, like I said, I like to use the back bump, but on this one, if you wanted to, you could go down this side, and because we're going to come back on this side. So when I come back, I'll just pick up the loops. I work on the bumps, pick up the loops. And we're just going to single crochet all the way down so that when we get to the end, we'll have 28 stitches. I broke a couple fingernails this week. I'm not sure why, but I had run out of gelatin capsules. And you know how my mind works sometimes. I didn't even think to make Jell-O, which I could have, but I didn't. And so I have a couple fingernails. I think it's this one that splits. So I have to keep it cut short. Otherwise, it will split, and then it catches on everything. It'll catch on the yarn frizzies, and one of my thumbs also splits. I think it's this one. And then I have this fingernail that splits right here. So I have to keep this really, really, really short. You know, getting old is not as fun as people told me that it would be. Oh, wait till you retire. You'll have the time of your life. Time is all I have, which is why I crochet so much. Wait, I have a joke for you guys. And I may have already told it to you because I think it's cute. But I have to remember what it is now. One of them is, why doesn't Dracula have any friends? I mean, he's been around for 1,000 years and he hasn't made one friend. Why do you think that is? So we're going to break down the secret behind that Supreme Court ruling that they never want to see the birthright citizenship fight. They just can't stop anymore. And of course, the century. Bonnie, I am making a throw, but this is not it. I'm working with Ellen, and she is making a blanket for her bed in the red, white, and blue colorway to celebrate the 250th anniversary of the year. And it's a pattern by Bonnie Bay Crochets. And I can't do a whole one, so I'm going to do a throw for the back of my couch. But I've got my graph paper out, and I'm going to just scale it down. It's okay, Bonnie. I like it when questions come up. Oh, Regina, that's a good answer, but no, he doesn't even get one. Yeah, Samantha, 2 skeins of a base color, black or a dark color, some like a dark green or a dark blue, or I would suggest a darker color. And then 1 skein of a coordinating color and a 6mm hook. And it's probably going to take us about 2 weeks to do this. And I'm getting you started today. And then you'll have some homework, maybe about it depends on how much we get done today, but you may have 6, 8, 10 inches of homework. Okay, when we get down to this very last one, this very last stitch, we're going to put 3 in here. And I like to tuck my ends in, and I'll do 2 on the very end. And then my third one is going to come over and secure that. Okay. And now we're going to be working on the other side of that chain. It's probably easier for those of you who did down one side of the loop and back the other side, because I've used the back bump and now it's tight. For me. I may have to go down to a 5.5. See if I have a 5.5 in here. I don't think I do. 4.5, 6, 6, 6.5. What is this one? This is a 4.25. Let's see what we've got over here. Certainly I have a 5.5 somewhere. 4.5, 4.5, 5.5. All right, I'm going to use this 5.5 on the other side and do it very loosely so I don't lose my gauge. But the head should go through a little easier. That's a trick you can play with yarn. And hook sizes. You know, they say if you're going to start a project, you should have the proper tools and do it the proper way. But then there are those of us mavericks who say, who needs real rules? I know how to do this. And them are those of us who get in trouble all the time. Yeah. I sound like Mrs. Conehead. I love it when she's shopping in the grocery store and she comes across the eggplant. Cracks me up every time. I don't know why I like that movie so much, but I just can't get enough of it. I just want to get away. I want to get away. I don't know. It's just something about the movie. Okay, let me check this. Sunita. Gabriela! Jen, what do you need help with? You would rather pick up sticks and clean up the yard than to watch Miss C's cottage? Sunita, I am hurt to the core. But you know I still love you. Forever and ever. Do you know the song Forever and Ever Amen? And you probably know who sang it. I love his voice, his deep voice. And I can't think of his name. I can see his face, but I can't think of his name. I'm gonna love you forever, forever and ever. Yeah, Randy Travis. Thank you. He wrote that song for someone special, of course, but the someone special he wrote it for was his manager, who was several years older than him. And she helped him. He didn't have a lot of confidence, and she helped him get confidence and start his career, and he fell in love with her. And she said, no, I'm much too old for you. And he said, no, I'm going to love you forever. Forever and ever, amen. And you know what amen means? It means so be it. Yes, he did marry her, didn't he? All right, we're coming down here to the end, and I probably should have counted. Let's see. There were 3 in the end. 1, 2, 3. So we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28. And we are going to slip stitch into, I should have marked this first stitch. We're going to slip stitch into this first stitch. And chain 1. Now I'm going to put a marker in here because I get really messed up on the ends. Okay. All right. Now we're going to put, we slip stitched into the first chain. So we're going to put 2 stitches here, 2 stitches, 1 in the next, and 2 stitches in the next. So we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 stitches. Now we should have 28 down here if you're counting. If you're counting and you don't come up with 28, it's okay. Oh, I like him. He had a stroke? No, I like Willie Nelson. I think just because what he stands for, but I've never. He's like not a real. I wouldn't go to I wouldn't go see him. But I don't think he sings. I think he's like Johnny Cash. He kind of talks through his songs. Now you give me Chris Christopherson and he can put his shoes under my bed anytime. Because I think that man is nice looking and I think he has a terrific voice. Nothing, Susan. Nothing. Just make sure you got 30 on the other side. Remember we put 3 on the end. So did you count those 3? Or remember this too, we skipped we went into the third chain. So we skipped 2. So maybe you crocheted in those 2. Don't worry about it. It's not an exact kind of a thing, okay? The most important thing is that you have the same number on this side as you do on this side. If you have more here, you have a choice. You can either invisible decrease or you can increase on the other side so that you keep them. And if you're 1 stitch off, it doesn't matter. This is not an exact, it's not like doing a corner to corner where you have to have exactly the right color in the right spot or it's going to be wonky. No one's going to see your 30 stitches. I can guarantee it because you know me, I don't always count. 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 20. 27. Now see, I'm already in my corner, so I messed up somewhere down here. So we had 3 down here in here. This one, okay, we're going to put 1 in it. We're going to put 2 in this one. Well, wait, we need to go back here. No, we're going to put 1 here. We're going to put 2 here. And 1 here. Because this stitch that's in this circle, this is the stitch top. So when we're here, we've got 2 stitches in this stitch. This is the 3rd one. So we're going to go down this other side with 1 stitch in each one. And we should have 30. Maybe you're just ahead of me. Alan Jackson. Now, I don't remember. Who died? Toby Keith? I'm using a 6. I should be using a 5.5 or a 6. I just used a 5.5 on. This one is a 5.5. It's gray, and I used it for the other side because I went through the back loop and then I went through the back bump and the 2 loops on the other side, Ivy, were too small to get through. So I went down a hook size, just forgot to change it. But I'm using a 6. Because a 6 works best for me on this project. Are you crocheting along with me, Ivy? Wow, my status has just went up 10 points. For Ivy B to do a mystery crochet along with me, I am honored. You are so stinking creative on your own. Whew. Boy, I'm going to sleep good tonight with a smile on my face. You all know that this is not an exact pattern. This is kind of a haphazard fly by the seat of my pants pattern. Got me flabbergasted now. All right, I'm going to count again, which I never count. I never count. See, because I don't know where to start. I should have put some in here too. All right, this looks like it came off of here, so we'll have to start here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, and 30. Okay. This should be a slip stitch. Now, in this same stitch, we're going to do 2. We're going to do 1. We're going to do 2. And we're going to do 1. And then we're going to come down this side because this is our first side. This is our second side. We're going to go down the first side. We should have 30. So here's our first stitch on this side. Oh, I got to get some of this stuff out of here, don't I? I am running out of room. All right. Don't know what this is. I have a small yet persistent cough, and I've had it for a couple weeks now, and I don't know what it is. And I just went to my checkup, and everything was okay, so I'm not going to worry about it unless it persists or gets worse. Now, see, there were 3 of them there because I missed one and went back and I got the 2 of them. And there were 3 on there. So you have to be careful. Not that it's going to make any difference, but it might save you. See, there's just one. You just never know. And maybe I'm too rustic for you to actually do a crochet along with me. If you follow a recipe and you have to follow the exact recipe, you're in trouble with me. Because, see, now this is going to be, this is where we did the 3. So this probably will be my last stitch. Let's count and see, because I didn't count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, and 30. And 2 in the end. No, 2 in the 30. We'll do 2 in the 30. We want to keep this round. 1 in the end. And 2 in the next one. See, that's why I say if it doesn't look right, put an extra stitch in. All right, back down the other side we go. It's really difficult for me to make a pattern, to write a pattern, because I kind of go with the flow and then I don't remember what I did. Someone asked me for the foot pattern, and we made a new pattern for the bunny foot. I don't think I wrote it down. And now I'm going to have to do another one and see how I did it and write it down. And then I'm going to have to remember who it was supposed to go to. And, sometimes I worry about me. How's everybody doing? Do I need to go faster or slower or be more explicit? Are you asking me to do something I'm unable to do? Let's get some feedback here. Or are you guys all busy crocheting? A notions pouch? No. Good guess, though, but no. Yeah, Leanie. Something you can use every day. Oh, you guys got some good guesses. Yeah, just guess on the increase. Keep it round, whatever you do to one side, do to the other side. Oh, I wanted to tell you we lost electric last night. It went off around a little bit before 4 o'clock, I think. And so I said to Mr. Elmo, what do you want to what do you want to do? Do you want to have like a cold salad? And he said, get in the car. So I got in the car and 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28. Okay. So we went down to Hardee's. And that was so fun. There's my 28 or your 30 or whatever you have for the end. So we're going to do 2 in the next. And then 1. And 2. And 1. And 2. And 1. And we'll put 2 in here. Why not? I know this drives some of you crazy. And I don't know why this is... Oh, that looks better. Thank you. All right, then we should be able to go down 28 or 30, whatever you've got on the other side. It is not a market bag. Move the camera frame. Better? Sockman and Terry. It is not a rug. Hey, Terry, welcome in. We're right in the middle of a crochet along. A mystery crochet along. It's not a coaster. It's too big to be a coaster. What are you confused about, Sally? All right, we're down at the end, and we're going to put 2 in this one. And 1 and 2 and 1 and 2 and 1. And I think that's it. Yep, we're back to here. So this is our first stitch of the other side. I should have marked these with a stitch marker to begin with. That might have made it a little clearer for you. Now we should have 28 along this side, or 30. See, I told you that this yarn barf was bigger than this one. So that's what we have here is more coming out of here than out of here. And I still have this yarn barf out of the second skein. Okay, we're going to, for those of you who need to know, we're going to work this until it's about 4 inches wide. And we're at 2 right now. I don't think, oh yes, it does. Look at there. I didn't even know that. Ooh. Well, let's go around here till we get here. Okay, we're at right at 2 inches. A little, well, maybe 2.5 now. Yeah, we're at 2.5. Okay, we're going to keep going till we get to 4. Maybe 3.5. We'll see. Nope, it's not, Samantha. Not a notions pouch. That's a good guess, though. You know, I poured myself a white cranberry juice and put a scoop of ice in it. My sister-in-law, Darlene, that comes over on Tuesdays, she gave Elmo and I at Christmas time an insulated cup with a screw top, place for to drink or a place for a straw. And I'm telling you, that cup, I'll have to find out what it is and let you know, because actually I can come in here at noon and do a show. And if I'm watching, like if I watch Jen and Ivy on Tuesday night, I still have ice in my cup. And sometimes I will even have a couple ice cubes left the next morning. It keeps things really, really cold. It's really well insulated. And I don't know the name of it. I'll have to look for it. And it holds just about, I would say, 12 ounces. And here's our last stitch. Six, 28. All right. Now we're going around the corner again. With 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, and 1. Now we need to count this because it looks to me like this one's getting bigger than this one. Okay. And this is the back side. And this is where we started our chain. So we can go down here, but when we get to here, we need to make sure we have as many here as we do here. Okay. So let's count them and see. Because we're here to our first stitch. And I'm going to go ahead and do my first stitch and mark it. Have I blown you all away? Yes, this is an item you're going to use in your home, probably, Samantha, every day. And you're going to be so glad because when you pick it up and use it, you can say to yourself, I made this. I made this myself. You can use it anywhere you want. Because it's one of those take-along items. You can take to the grocery, you can take to the doctor's office, you can take to your friend's house for a sleepover, you can take it to the living room, you can take it into the kitchen, you can take it out on the front porch. No, it's not a dishcloth. This is too big for a dishcloth. All right, we're going to count these. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. We have 16 here. Let's see what we have here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So we're going to need to double these. So we'll have 16 on each end. That's why I'm saying you can't make a pattern because Ivy's probably going nuts. You can't make a pattern because I can't make a pattern because I don't count and I just go by eye. If it looks good, do it. If it doesn't look good, you undo it or you do it differently. I know it's sad, but that's my life. A phone pouch. You know what? This would be a good phone pouch, wouldn't it? But no, that's not what it is. But that was a great guess. Great guess. No, Leanie. If you did this, you could slip your phone in there. Let's see, I don't have a phone here, but you could slip your phone in there. You'd have to make it a little wider, I think, to fit your phone, depending. I don't know, you might have a flip phone, so you could make it this way and then do that. Huh. Nope, that's not what it is, though. But so many good ideas. Oh, my. I can't wait to do my next mystery crochet along. Okay, I need to take a break. I need to go get something to drink. And if you've been chugging along with me, you might need a break to go skip to the loo or get something to drink or pull a snack off the shelf. So give me about 30 seconds and I'll be right back. Okay, so it was a little longer, but I had to stop and blow my nose, which is TMI, but there you have it. Whew. All right, I think we're set to go for the next section. What happened whilst I was gone? Anything or nothing. All will be revealed in the end. Well, it's not going to be a backpack. It's not really going to be a basket. All right. Right. 28. Let's see, what did I say? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28. Okay, this is 28. Some of these open so nicely and they stay open and you can use them, and others of them just sit like that and you... 28. Okay, now we said we had 8 here and 16 here, I think. So we're going to do 2 in each one. How's that for math? 1, 2. Whatever you have on one end, you have to have on the other end, and 28 or 30 on the sides. If you want this longer, you could make it 36 on each side, plus your ends. All right, we should be the same on each end. And I have 28. You could have 30 here. This is where we started and stopped. This is our beginning right here. And we are at almost 3.5. Probably when we get down to here, we'll be done. How's that? I think that's good. Yeah, that looks just about right. Okay. And then the next row is the fun row. I call the fun row. I do. You know, Jen can come down here. She has a parent that lives down this way. And she would be welcome here. I'd even move the yarn off the bed in the blue room. What did I miss, Ivy? Did I miss something special? You're at 3 inches? That's good. Oh, your dad's up there? Jennifer, you have an opportunity to go around once more or just stay where you are. Either one is okay. You wonder why I can't keep in the view, this, I don't know what you want to call it, and it's because everything gets moved around. And if I sit one way, then the camera's in my face, and if I sit the other way, then I can't see my work. I am just a mess, I'll tell you right now. All right, since we caught up both ends, and we have, what did we say? We have 16 stitches at each end. It doesn't matter. You could have 20. Whatever you've got is good. As long as it's round and looks rounding and is of equal stitches. You have an equal number of stitches on each side and an equal number of stitches on each end. And that was 28. Now I'm going to go around these 16 till I get back to where we first started. There's our, this, oh, where's that thing? I have a thing. I guess I could use this instead. Actually, this is where we started. This is where all of our stitches started out. This is where we did the chain 2, and we did in the second chain and came down this way and then came back this way. So this is where we started. So as long as you are the same amount on each side and the same amount on each end, we're good. And always count it from where you started. We're just going to put 1 in each one of these. Because we have 16 at the other end and we have 16 at this end, so we cannot increase here. We already have the number we need. This is really a richer brown than it's coming across. This kind of looks kind of more like a hazelnut. I don't know. There's more gray. This is more brown, but it looks more gray on the screen to me. But, you know, sometimes in the lighting, the colors don't come through. All right, we are back in our first stitch. And from here on out, we can take our stitch markers out. Yeah. Yeah, these are really big. These are going to be Sasquatch slippers. No. Let's see, what do I have? I have just about 3.5. So I'm going to go with 3.5. Because it will stretch out a little bit. So it's a good 3.5. I'm happy with that. Okay, from here on out, I'm only going to keep this one. I'm going to take the rest of my stitch markers out as I go around because you won't need them. But I'm keeping this one. And from here, we're going to slip stitch into the first not a single crochet, a slip stitch into the first stitch. And then in the back loop only, I'm going to put a stitch. And we're going to put a single crochet in the back loop of each of the stitches all the way around. And we have caught up, my friends. With our dual skeins, we've caught up. So in the back loop, we're going to do a single crochet in the back loop of every stitch around. You should have somewhere around, let's see, 16 and 16 or 32, and 28 and 28. It's almost 30, so that's almost 60. You should have somewhere 90 some stitches. Oh, I hate when that happens. Well, there it is again. Okay. We're just going to go ahead and go right on down our 28 or 30, whatever you have on the side. In the back loop. Now, this is the tricky part. And we want to do, let's see, let's get to our 28th stitch. Or 30th stitch, whichever. And in this one, we want to put 3. Because this is the beginning of the curve. So we want to put 3 in this one. And we want to mark that 3rd stitch. And in the back loop, around the corner, we're going to put 1 single crochet in the back loop of each of these next 14 stitches. Or however many you have on your end. Isn't this a lovely pattern? Aren't you just wondering what it's gonna be? You content creators have probably figured it out. All right, there's our first stitch of the next round. So in this last one, we're going to put 3 single crochets. I'm not using the back loop because I wanted some strength in these 3 stitches. So I'm going to take this out because I don't need it anymore, but I'm going to put it in this center stitch because the next time we come around, we're going to put 3 in that one. All right, and now we're going to put in the back loop only down this side and 3 in the last stitch and back around to our beginning. You see how this is beginning to look now? Ivy, I do have to tell you, Jen has been wanting to be your best friend for a long time. And she's finally made it. And she's very, very happy. You could be right, Susan. Your hook and yarn are squeaking. Slow down. You're burning up the yarn, Leanie. Oh, my sister Eileen. She is a hoot. She's the one that takes care of the I'm embarrassed to tell you this. She's the one who takes care of Miss C's Cottage, Home with a Somebody Facebook page. And she actually had to email me the other day and say, Miss C, you might want to go on your Facebook page because there's a lot of people who put stuff on there and they probably would really like to hear from you. But I don't like Facebook and I hardly ever go on Facebook. So unless Leanie reminds me, you may not get a comment from me. Isn't that awful? All right, this one is the 28th stitch. So we're doing it in the back loop. And in the next stitch, we're going to do 3 in the whole stitch. And then we're going to mark the center stitch. How are we doing for time? We're almost out of time. Oh, my word. All right, well, I thought we would really get farther than I thought we'd really get farther than we are today, so I do apologize. But I will give you your homework so that you can continue to work on it until we come back next Sunday. And that'll give you plenty of time to work on whatever projects that you're working on. As you know, I have promised KK hats for Bumblebee Mountain, and I have challenged myself to make 1 hat a day. And I also told Nisi that I would make some hats and giraffes for the children, Watson's Children Home. So if I run out of yarn on a big hat and I only have just a small amount left, I am making a smaller hat out of the rest of it for Watson's Children's Home. Okay, this is where we started and stopped. So I need to back up here on this stitch before my marker and put 3 in here. 3 single crochets in this very last one. 1, 2, 3. And now I need to take this marker out and put it in the center stitch of the 3. These little light bulb stitch markers are nice, but they're, as I get older, these work better for me. These are really thin, fine. Okay, now we are at the beginning of our project. And what I'm going to tell you to do is, from here on out, this is all 1 in each stitch. When you get to this corner, this was 1, 2, 3 in this corner. You're going to put 3 in this center stitch and replace your marker in the center stitch. So in the center of each of the 3 that you make 3 more in that center. Okay, is there any question on that? It's not a purse, Dee. I don't hardly ever go there. I started watching Facebook because my niece put up something called Virginia's Family, and that's my mother's name, and it was meant to be a group of my mother's family, so that when births or deaths or wedding announcements, things like that, anything important would go on that website, and that Facebook page, to keep everyone up with the times. Birthdays and all that kind of stuff went there. But then after a while, Facebook got so weird, and I quit going because it was all ads and people were popping up in my channel and I didn't even know who they were, and I got friend requests from people that I didn't know, and you have to wait, Leanie. You have to wait to find out. What was I saying? Oh, it just got weird, so I quit going. I don't know half those people that want to be my friend, and I'm pretty picky about who my friends are, and I'm pretty happy with my YouTube friends, so I don't think I need many Facebook friends. So I just don't go on Facebook a lot. All right, so we're going to continue down here. This might go a little longer. To do it justice, might go a little longer. Let's see how this would look. That's the center one. Okay, and this is the third one. Okay. So this is our first stitch. Let's try one of these and see what happens. If we do a back post single, Nah, it's not going to make a difference. Okay. Continue to, this was in the back loop. From now on, we're going to go through both loops. And the only difference you're going to do is the 3 in the marked corner, which is the center of the 3 stitches. Every row, you're just going to do a single crochet in each stitch around, regular single crochet through both loops. That gives it a lot of strength. And when you get to the, well, I'm going to call it a corner. It's not really a corner because we're round, but I'll call it a corner just for clarity. When you get to the corner, you put 3 single crochets in that marked stitch in the corner. And that's the center stitch. And then remark that center stitch. Okay. And your homework will be to continue in this pattern round and round and round. And at this choice, I think you probably really have the option of just continuing in the round, or you can slip stitch when you get to the end, whichever you prefer. That's why I say to you, if it's not perfect, it really doesn't matter anyway. Okay, so we're at this center stitch. So I'm going to take this stitch marker out. And in this center stitch, I'm going to put 3 single crochets. And I'm going to put my marker back in this center stitch. And in one stitch in each one of these around. Now, just like when you do a hat, you start putting in extra stitches. This thing is going to come up. And I want you to continue on this until you're up. Until you're up is between 3 and 4 inches. Huh. Well, it looks like we still have something, but I don't know how to get back in. So I think what I'm going to do is just tell you in your 3 inches, you can go up the side, up each side and end between 3 and 4 inches. I love you all. May God bless you. Whatever your prayers are, you say them to him this week, because I'm not getting anything. So I don't think I knocked out my, I don't know what happened, guys, but I will tell you, I love you very much. Kindness matters, and may God keep you safe and warm or cool wherever you are, and free of catastrophes until I see you again on Wacky Wednesday. I love you all. Bye.